I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncers' guilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
Undisputed 140-pound champion Chantel Cameron. Chantel, you've been very relaxed here today, very calm. Probably a moment that you thought may never happen, but it is happening. May 20th, you'll defend your undisputed championship against Katie Taylor in Dublin, live on DAZN.
Yeah, I'm over the moon. I'm just buzzing to be in this position I'm in, and got to say all thanks to Katie, because women's boxing's flying, and if it weren't for Katie and Clarissa, none of us women would be in this position anyway. So obviously there's a lot of respect there, but this is my career and my legacy, and I'm coming to win, but I'm just so glad to be part of this event as well.
You talked about earlier on in front of the media about the legacy and about this is the moment for you, really. Obviously you've unified the division, you've become undisputed as well, but this is the moment for you now to go on and cement your legacy as one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Yeah, definitely. Katie's pound for pound best women boxer there is, and for me to have that challenge to box Katie and get the win, then I feel like I can walk away from boxing one day and think I've done it. I took out the best there is, and what an achievement that is for me. I've become undisputed. That was a goal, and now the goal is to take out the best there is.
Obviously you've headlined at the O2, you've been part of some big nights in England. Abu Dhabi was a great night as well, but can anything prepare you for those 9,000 and some English fans as well, but that noise when you walk out in that banked arena at the Three Arena is just going to be such a special moment, but that excites you rather than puts fear inside you?
Yeah, obviously there's a little bit of fear. I'll be lying if I said there wasn't, but yeah, I'm hungry, I'm motivated, and then today when the bell goes, it's just me and Katie, so I've got to do my job in the ring.
Talk about England against Ireland. We know that there's a lot of split fighters. Terry went with Katie. Natasha Jonas, I heard, has been DMing you some tactics already as well. But a lot of people split on this fight as well in boxing. Over the years, people have believed you are the toughest challenge out there for Katie Taylor.
Yeah, I think I've got the strength and the power, and Katie's going to be my toughest fight. I'm not coming in there saying it's going to be an easy fight. Like, this is the hardest fight I'll probably ever have. So I'm preparing for that as well, and that's what excites me and gives me that hunger, gets me up in the morning and gets me out running, knowing that I've got the biggest challenge that I'll probably ever have in my boxing career.
Yeah, we talk about her coming to Ireland, how it will raise her game. Have you noticed a difference just getting up in the mornings with that training? You're fighting Katie Taylor, you know that you have to put 110% into every single session. And like Ross said, we should expect the absolute best Chantel Cameron on the night.
Yeah, definitely. That's I feel like I've never had this motivation before. I feel like I'm going back to my amateur days where I first got onto Team GB and had the excitement for boxing. And obviously in the pro career, I've had some great fights, but boxing Katie Taylor, as I said, you don't get bigger than that. So if I weren't motivated, then I should have given up a long time ago. But yeah, I'm fully focused, got that fire in my belly, and just can't wait till May the 20th.
And finally, I know you've been calling this fight for the last couple of years, but you said earlier as well that everything has led you to this position, those experiences of beating McGee, of beating McCaskill. You believe the timing is absolutely perfect for you to beat Katie Taylor on May 20th.
Yeah, I think I've had a bit of frustration in my career when I was thinking, I'm never going to get the big fight, it's not going to happen for me. But when I look back now, I think it all happened for a reason, and them fights that I had, the tough fights and got me the experience, was all part of the process, and now it's giving me that confidence going into this fight, where I think if this fight happened a year or two ago, I think it would have been too soon for me.
And you said earlier as well, in front of the media, they said, do you believe you win this fight? Your answer was just 100%, full of confidence and full of belief that you win this fight on May 20th.
I believe I win, yeah. I think I listen to my coaches, I make sure I do everything correct, then yeah, I'll win.
Katie, welcome. Just a quick visit from you, back from training camp in Connecticut as well. But you said earlier in front of the media, still have to pinch yourself that this is finally happening. It's real, it is happening, the Three Arena. Yeah. You're coming home to not just fight, but to challenge for the undisputed 140-pound championship, to try and become a two-division undisputed champion. Biggest moment of your career so far?
Yeah, absolutely. It's incredible that after 22 fights, I'm finally making my home fight. Big time boxing is coming back to Ireland, and it's not just coming back with any ordinary fight, it's coming back with two undisputed champions going head to head together. This is one of the most exciting fights out there right now, You know, once I heard that Serrano was out, I automatically thought that Chantelle was the obvious choice. Spotless career, undisputed champion, and she has the style to make this another epic. This could be another contender for fight of the year.
It was unique from you. We joked earlier about actually calling a fight out on social media, but that's what it meant to you. We had our conversation amongst the team. We talked about delaying the Serrano fight. You said, no, I want to fight on May 20th. We talked about some standard defences, but you were adamant you wanted to bring a big fight home to Ireland, and obviously the ability and the chance to become a two-division champion, just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't understand why people are saying I didn't want this fight. I think one thing that has marked my career is I've always wanted the hardest fights. I mean, my first defence was against McCaskill. My Madison Square debut was against Pursoon, who had dominated the lightweight division for years. And then there's obviously Serrano, who was a 7-weight world champion. That's not to mention all the other difficult fights I've had along the way as well. This fight has happened because I want this fight. We could have went the easier route and actually chose an easier opponent, but that's not how I operate. I want the tough challenges. I want the toughest fights, and now we're here, and this is my big homecoming show, and I have a chance to make history, to become a 2-weight undisputed champion. This will be the biggest night of my career.
I know you don't go too deep in analysing the opponents, but a lot of people say your toughest fight yet in Chantel Cameron. You go along with that as well? I mean, you've fought some outstanding champions, but young, fresh, strong, you know, and obviously a burning desire to beat you. You are a marked woman of the sport as well, and you always say you expect the very best of your opponents on that big stage.
Yeah, I think this could possibly be, like I said, another fight of the year contender. But ultimately, I do have more experience in the bigger fights. I have fought the better opponents, and I am going to be going in mentally, physically, and spiritually prepared more than ever. And please God, I do expect a tough fight, obviously, but please God, I will be going home as a 2-weight undisputed champion.
And finally, I know with all your success, you are the most humble athlete I've ever met, but it must be an amazing feeling to know that you're coming home, you know, your friends, your family, everybody, and just what this country and the people mean to you. Of all the achievements, you know, we were joking earlier about worrying about selling out York Hall. Now we're getting moaned at because 9,000 is just not enough.
Yeah.
Headline in Madison Square Garden, boxing in the Barclays Centre, in Philadelphia, in Boston, you know, all around the world, throughout England. This is the moment, really, isn't it, for you? And you must be incredibly proud. I hope you're proud of what you've done, because this is the icing on the cake for just a wonderful career.
This is absolutely incredible. I am nearly pinching myself at the fact that this is actually happening right now. And we are people in this country who love this noble sport. And for a very small age, we're very, very good at it. And it's so amazing to be able to bring big time boxing back to this country. And yeah, I have an amazing opportunity to make more history on May the 20th, and it is amazing. This is another huge milestone for female boxing, because a few years ago we were worried about whether we were going to set out York Hall. Now we're talking about the 3 Arena being too small. This is absolutely huge. This is yeah, just remarkable progress in such a short space of time, and I cannot wait to step in there in front of my home crowd on May 20th.
Well, you should be very proud of your achievements, both of you should. When Katie Taylor came into the head office many years ago, we had no idea of where the journey would take us. I pretended I did and told her all these things that we could do, and headline Madison Square Garden and come back and fill arenas in Ireland. And it's been unbelievable to see it actually happen. And it's happened because you have a true competitor in Katie Taylor. But to make those big fights, you need a dance partner. And Chantel Cameron has wanted this fight for many years. As Katie Taylor said, 2 undefeated fighters, 2 reigning undisputed champions. The first time in boxing that 2 reigning undisputed champions have faced off against each other. May 20th. 3 Arena, live on DAZN around the world, will be an incredible night, not just for Irish sport, but for all sport around the world. Tickets will go on sale next week. There will be an announcement over the next few days regarding pricing. We apologise in advance for them selling so quickly. Please don't call me, please don't call Katie or Chantelle. Once they're gone, they're gone. We'll give everybody the best opportunity we can to access those tickets. Please stay locked to Matchroom socials over the next couple of days for full announcements. But get ready for a special, special night between 2 special fighters. showing boxing how it should be done, showing people that legacy is important, showing that if you want a fight, you can make it happen. A tremendous main event, a tremendous undercard, an atmosphere you will never see in boxing again, in my opinion. May 20th, 3 Arena, live on DAZN. We're going to face off up here now, and then both fighters available to the media. We'll see you soon.
Refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,